Most of us live in the illusion that we do not have a purpose, that we're just here to live our lives quietly and hiding and not participate in the expansion of humanity. Do you know who you are? Do you really know who you are? Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know that you are the universe? You have absolutely no idea the power you have within. You are the power. The same energy that makes up the universe and every little thing that you see around you, everything and everyone, the same energy that makes up the universe is also the same energy that is part of our soul. And as souls, we're all connected. We're all one. My name is Nadine Grace, and in this video, I will be sharing with you how to overcome the enemy within. And when you overcome the enemy within, the enemy without loses its power. I will be sharing with you how to overcome the enemy within and take control of your life. I will be teaching you and showing you how to banish self-sabotaging behavior. Do you know how strong and solid your faith becomes if only you choose to believe? Do you know that nothing, and no one can break you? No one can stop you. No one can break you. No one can block you unless you allow it. Do you know that life is neither fair or unfair? Life is just is. And we are the ones assigning those labels where none are needed. Do you know that your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy? Oh yes. Your mind can be your worst enemy if you don't know how to control it. And it is you alone. You alone are the captain of that ship. You're the captain. Do you know that we are all born with a gift? And what we make of that gift, what we make of the gift that we're born with. All of us are born with a gift. And what we make of that gift is up to us. We all possess tremendous power, but it can be useless or worse, damaging if we don't own our power and use it for our good and the good of others. We're all powerful and we all came here with a purpose. We all came here with a gift. So don't deny the power you have. You own that power. You enjoy it and you use it to create the life you want for yourself. We're all capable of designing the life that we want for ourselves. You and I have one thing in common. Do you know what that is? We want to constantly improve our lives and be the best version of ourselves. All of us yearn for a better life, but unfortunately, many people have lived their lives pretty much the same way for a very long time because we're creatures of habit. And habits are hard to break. You have to be willing to say enough is enough. I want more for myself and do whatever it takes to live the best version of yourself or be the best version of yourself. Because we're all capable of making the biggest transformation of our lives. Significant lasting changes shouldn't take you years. But it means stepping beyond your current way of life and embracing new habits. We're all creatures of habits, and that's what's holding us back, because we're stuck in this loop of habits that are not serving us. To create the level of life you ultimately want, you must change something you do on a daily basis. Whatever you desire to do, you have it in you to make it happen. Your life is your signature creation. And it is your duty to live true to yourself with authenticity. Your life's mission is to express yourself boldly and create what you love and love what you create. It's scary. It's scary to put yourself out there and really go after your dreams, because that mind of yours is blocking you and telling you that you're not good enough, or that it's going to take years, or that you're not, you're going to fail. Yes. Life is about expanding and living your vision of yourself until it is the greatest possible expression of who you really are. So find your why. Everyone has a why. And that why will be the fuel as to why you want to better yourself. He who has a why can endure anyhow. So your why has to be the reason that fuels you. So find your why. It is the only way to reach deeper into yourself and find out what makes you come alive. Most people's lives are still not perfectly clear. It's a struggle almost every adult goes through. What do I want to do with myself? What is it that I'm good at, or what is it that I don't suck at? Millions of people have no clue what they want to do with themselves. And that is perfectly okay. Because self-discovery is a journey. It's a marathon. It is not a race. It's not a sprint. That's what I meant. Margaret Worrell, the author of Brave, said, knowing your why is an important first step in figuring out how to achieve the goals that excite you and create a life you enjoy living versus merely surviving. Indeed, only when you know your why, you will find the courage to take the risk needed to get ahead. So stay motivated when the chips are down and move your life onto an entirely new and more challenging and more rewarding trajectory. So if you're feeling unmotivated or just no confidence and don't feel like you're not good enough and what you have to offer is not valuable, if you're feeling unsure of yourself and aimless and you can't find anything or any work that makes you lose yourself, trust and believe when I said that you're not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. Most people are in the same boat. So start spending time with people, with influencers. Start spending time with people who have what you want. Start spending time with people who have achieved and have already, experienced what you want. Choose your circle wisely. Choose who you spend your time with, because the people you choose to spend your time with will determine how your life will unfold. And start obeying your gut. Start listening to your intuition. Steve Jobs says it best. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. He says that to trust that the dots will, you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect into your future. You have to trust in something. God, universe, intuition, source. He says that this approach has never let him down. And, it has made all the difference in his life. It takes a lot of courage to challenge the ideas and practices that makes us successful. It takes a lot of mind work. And that's why I said in the beginning, you have to know what your why is. So when you're feeling down and out and unmotivated and full of doubt, you go back to that why. No matter how noisy the world gets, no matter how busy you become, there will always be something inside of you. A small voice that whispers, taunting you, telling you that you have greatness inside of you, telling you that there is more than what you're actually looking at. There is more to life than what you're actually doing. There's more to life than living a life that doesn't suit you or that you're unhappy with. And if you listen hard enough, you can hear it. Oh, yes, you can. We all have that voice, but we drown it out with doubts and fears, and that is keeping us stuck. But when you decide to follow that voice, that intuition, that feeling, that knowing, when you decide to follow it, you will be faced with lots of challenges. When you make a decision to go against what society expects of you and trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust your knowing, trust God, trust Source, you will be choosing a very uncomfortable and even painful journey that will be worth your while. Oh yes, drown out all the noise. Cut people off, the ones that are holding you back. And when you decide to do this, the burden will be enormous. But you will have three options. One, two, three options every step of the way. You can either give up, you can give in, or you can give it all you've got. Choose the latter. Give it all you've got. Because going against the current is tough. Especially when you start doing something different than, you're pointing out where other people are going wrong. So they may get upset, they may get angry, but who cares? You're living your truth. You're choosing the path of greatness. You're choosing yourself. You don't want to get to the end of the road and have regrets because you were too scared of what people think of you or scared that you're not good enough. So just go for it. Just go for it. It pays to obey your knowing. It pays to obey that little tiny intuition, that voice telling you that there is more to life than what you're seeing, that you have greatness inside of you. So stop being afraid and stop caring what people think. People are always going to say or think of things. People are always going to have something to say. If you have the courage to finish what you start, you will see how rewarding that is. Be your authentic self. Excuse me. Roy T. Bennett says, don't let the expectations and opinions of other people affect your decision. It's your life, not theirs. So do what matters most to you. Do what makes you feel alive and happy. Do not let the expectations and ideas of others limit who you are. If you let others tell you who you are living their reality and not yours. There is more to life than pleasing people. You cannot please everyone. You have to please yourself. There is so much more to life than following others' prescribed path. You don't want to wake up one day and have regrets because you're not able to do the things that you were supposed to do when you were younger. You are gifted and you're playing it small and not getting your message out there or benefiting from what you are good at. We all have a unique gift and the world needs to know about it. Wherever you are, they need to know about it. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and wherever you're going. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your art, to your craft. You owe it to the world to do it well without fear of ridicule, criticism, or failure. You can be as big and successful as you can possibly be, as you can possibly imagine. You can have, be, or do whatever you can imagine. Whatever you can have, be, and do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be. You just don't trust yourself enough yet. No matter who you are and what you dream of becoming, remember this. No one, and I mean no one ever came to this planet to take a back seat or play small. You have everything you need to make an impact in the world. We all have a role to play. We all came here with a purpose. There are no mistakes. We all came here with a purpose. We just have forgotten who we are. It's time to remember who you are. You don't even have to start, your own business. But what you need is something you can emotionally and deeply connect with. So don't think too much about it. Just use what you have right now and start. Use what you have right now and start. Whatever it is that you want to do with yourself, whatever it is, whatever dreams and goals that you have, just start it. Use what you have right now, and start and witness the magic of creative work. In the words of Bradley Whitford, infuse your life with action. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Make your own future. Life is what you make it. No one can live your life for you. No one. We're all responsible for our own destiny. So make your own hope. Make your own love. You're here to make an impact. So take every opportunity to show up, but reset your expectations. Leave a mark. Show your most amazing work. Make bold challenges to pursue what you really want. It's tough because we're creatures of habit. We're used to just doing the same thing over and over again. But then you will not see a change. That's the definition of insanity, expecting different results, but you're doing the same thing over and over again. It doesn't work that way. You have to make sacrifices. You can create your own path. Yes, you can. You think you are not capable, but you can do whatever you want. You can do more than you think you can do. You just don't trust the system. Don't trust the system to take care of you. Create your own system or rules and find a way to make it work. Stick to the bigger picture. Steve Jobs says it best. Everything around you that you call life, everything, the chair that I'm sitting on, everything that around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. They just decide to go for it despite whatever fears they were feeling. And you can change it. You can do it too. You can influence people. You can build your own things that other people can use. And once you learn that, you will never be the same again. You will never be the same again. The important thing about any journey is the courage to get back up and continue. There are countless stories about entrepreneurs who have failed multiple times, but they kept going. They kept going. Failure did not stop them. They still pursue their dreams in the midst of the storms. Oh, yes, they do. They did. They still pursue their dreams in the midst of the stumbling blocks. So what is stopping you? So what is stopping you from trying out one of the main ideas in your notepad? Don't fear to fail. If you're failing, fail fast and move on. But whatever happens, do not give up on the bigger dream. The path could change, but the vision should be clear throughout your journey. Your vision should always be very clear. That picture, that mental image that you have in your mind should always be there. And don't listen to the naysayers. People will always have something to say, because people are trying to avoid working on their own internal issues, so they'll project that onto other people. So don't mind what anyone has to say about you. You do what you know is right, and take that bold step now. You don't have to be right. You just need to start. Almost everyone can sprint, but the road to mastery requires consistency. If you want to master something, you have to be consistent. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Everything meaningful in life is a marathon. So give yourself the permission to think and act. Choose to do your most amazing work without anyone's approval. Choose yourself today. You will suck at almost everything in the beginning, and it's perfectly fine. It takes time, persistence, and patience to create anything worthwhile. So keep on trying. Keep doing what makes your heart sing. You know what makes your heart sing. You know what makes you happy. You know what you geek out on when no one's watching. You know what you're good at. You just need to be quiet and listen and obey it. Obey that voice. Keep doing what you love. Even if no one is buying it. Keep doing what you love even if no one is sponsoring it. Keep doing what you love even if no one is sharing it. Because you know what? It matters that you show up. The magic will eventually happen. So express yourself. Be your true self. Don't hold back. As Bruce Lee says, always be yourself. Express yourself and have faith in yourself. And do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. Stop questioning yourself. Stop listening to everyone else, because the world is waiting for you. The world is waiting to see your craft, your weirdness, your perfection, your work, your skills. We're all unique. We all came here with a special talent. And whatever that is, you have got to find it. The world is waiting to hear what you have to say, waiting to see your creative product or service, waiting to share your ideas and original work. The world is waiting. You may think that you're insignificant and you have nothing to offer, and I'm just gonna hide behind closed doors, and it's whatever floats your boat, whatever is in your heart, whatever that you can't stop thinking of is what you're supposed to be doing. So remember the dream you were too scared to chase? It's still not too late to give it a try. We tend to think that we're not good enough. Oh yes, we tend to think that we're not good enough, and we give up before we even start. The self-criticism and self-doubt will always be there, but the only solution is to just act in spite of them. The fear will always be there. Your first ebook, article, song, podcast, freelancer work, or creative work will never be satisfying and perfect. And it is okay. Because when we express ourselves in a way when we express ourselves in a way that brings out the best in us, we have already succeeded. And step by step, we improve. Step by step, we improve. And that's what matters. It matters that you persist. So give yourself permission to F up. Give yourself permission to screw up. And it's okay. It's okay when you do. Because your next action is the most important step that you will have to take after you screw up. And that will be picking yourself back up and start all over again and keep going. Picasso never achieved full mastery. No. Mozart never achieved full mastery. Nobody can achieve full mastery. Nobody can achieve perfection. It's humanly impossible. But they showed up every day. They showed up every day to share with us. They never withheld back. Because perfection lets you stall. Perfection lets you safe it up. Ask more questions. Like, what if? What if they don't like me? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I don't know what I'm talking about? So avoid being perfect. You'll never be perfect. There's no such thing. Perfection let you avoid doing anything that might make you fail. That might fail. Excuse me. Technology and everything that makes it insanely easy for us to share your work were made by people who are no smarter than you. Oh yeah. They were scared too. But they did it anyways. Everyone has some level of fear and doubt. And doubts. Everyone. You can add to humanity. And you can change it. You may not be able to predict the future, but you can help to shape it. So go ahead. What's stopping you? Go write that ebook. So go out there and take the advantage of the enormous opportunities the information age presents. You have everything you need to go to make something meaningful of yourself. Something you deeply care about. What is it that you deeply care about? What is your why? What is it? Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years? You gonna keep working that 9-to-5 that you hate so much? You don't have to be right when you start, but it matters that you start. And when you start, you respect yourself and your work enough to spend yourself fully, to take time to dedicate yourself, to be committed and see it through. Do not allow complacency, when you do not allow that to rob you of years of engagement. We're all guilty of that. I am. Start facing your obstacles head on. We all have issues. We all have problems. We all have challenges. And when we have a goal, we will face challenges. We will face obstacles. But are we going to let that stop us now? We're not going to let that stop us. Woodrow Wilson says, the only use of an obstacle is to be overcome. The only use of an obstacle is to be overcome. It's all that an obstacle does with a brave man. It's not to frighten them, but to challenge them. It doesn't matter what has happened to you in the past. It Doesn't matter what is happening to you right now or where you came from. But it matters what you do with what happens with what you've been given. You've been given a gift. You have greatness inside of you. And our job is to find that gift. Our job is to find what makes us come alive. Do you want to get to a certain age and it's too late? I don't want to live with regrets. Because you can't go back and change things. And every day is an opportunity to go after to go after your dreams. Every day. Ryan Holiday makes a profound statement. And he says, all great victories, be they in politics, business, art, or seduction, involve resolving vexing problems with a potent cocktail of creativity, focus, and daring. Yeah. When you have a goal, obstacles are actually teaching you how to get you where you want to go. It's carving you out a path. Challenges are a part of life. It's normal. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You're stronger than you think. You're stronger than your weaknesses. So just go ahead and start. You will never be ready. Our mind will always convince us that we're not ready. Our mind will always tell us that we're not good enough. Our minds will always tell us that what we have to say or do, no one wants to hear it or buy it because we're just not good enough. Life will always challenge us. Life will always give us obstacles and things that you're just not expecting to happen, you know? But we always have to remember our why. We always have to remember the big picture. We always have to remember who we are. We will never be ready. We just have to start because the challenge will not wait. And the bulletproof way to miss out on any career, to miss out on your calling and your dreams, is to wait for the perfect moment. Because there is no such thing as a perfect moment. Your brain will always convince you into believing that you are never ready. Never ready to take a step. Never ready to start a healthy habit. Never ready to start a passion project. Never ready to love again. Your mind is there to protect you. And that's all it is. Your mind doesn't know who you are. Your mind doesn't know that you have greatness inside of you because you are not your mind. You are not your mind. Your mind will always convince you that you're never ready to launch that project. The difference between those who start before they're ready and those who wait is that those who start before they're ready, they know that, they know what, if they wait, then they'll never get it done. And they won't know what they can do until they start doing it. So do not miss the train. Opportunities are often late. They always go away fast. So do not miss the train. What you persist on doing becomes your craft. What you envy in others will eat away at you and make all your blessings seem small and insignificant. So release, get rid of any envy and jealousy and focus on your own life. Okay? Compete with yourself. We all have our own individual journey that we have to walk. Focus on yourself. When you overcome the enemy within, the enemy without loses its power. And you know how you overcome the enemy within? mastering your mind. You follow your inner truth, your inner voice. You overcome the force of self-sabotage and victimhood by focusing laser sharp on the higher truth within you, within yourself. The world is noisy because people are confused and they don't know they don't know where they're going or who they are. And that's sad. No matter who you think you are, you have a purpose. You are here for a reason bigger than yourself, and you have got to figure out what that is. You want more. All of us want more. We all want more, and deep down you know this to be true. But only you can change that. If you're being true to yourself, you know you want more. You have a life purpose. And life purpose is the main reason you were put on earth. We all came here with a purpose, and it is our job to find out what that is. So what are you here to do? It's more than just make it to the end of the day. It's more than just to have fun all day long. Fun is good, but it's more to that. It's more than just going to your 9 to 5 and coming home and sitting on the couch and doing nothing with yourself. No, that's not what you want. The phrase, "there are no wrong answers," has never applied more as when it comes to the life purpose. There is no such thing as a wrong life purpose. Your life purpose could be anything that makes your heart sing, as long as it's uplifting humanity and it's making you happy. There's no such thing as a wrong life purpose. And it is not going to be the same as your friend or sister or mother or your children or your role model or mentor. So own up to being unique. Own up to being weird. You've got to find out what your unique qualities are and let the world see it, because it will not be the same as everyone else. We're all born with different set of qualities that needs to be shown. Pay attention here, because a lot of people will try to dissuade you from your life purpose. And if you have doubts yourself, you will not be holding your own very long. You will not be holding your own ground long. Not at all. Your life purpose could be to write storybooks. It could be to write storybooks for kids. You're creative and you like telling stories, and it could be that. Your life purpose could be to race in the marathon. It could be to raise money for charities. Your life purpose could be to create information products to help others. Your life purpose could be to impart the knowledge of yoga. I love yoga. Your life purpose could be to photograph Mother Nature. Your life purpose could be to reduce poverty and hunger or suffering of others. Your life purpose could be to raise your baby to be an upstanding, proud citizen. See, your life purpose is different. It doesn't have to be the same like everyone else. We all have different purposes. Your life purpose could be to contribute to the advancement of science, to help someone overcome the fear of living fully. Your life purpose could be to dance. Your life purpose could be to uplift humanity in your own quirky, weird ways. Your life purpose could be, to be the greatest mom in the world, or to inspire the elderly. Your life purpose could be to rescue homeless dogs, or teach a community how to be healthy. It is your job, it's our job to figure out what makes us come alive. Your life purpose could be to build home for the homeless. to reduce crime, to integrate trust and love back into humanity. A lot of you may roll your eyes at some of the life purposes that I just mentioned, or some of the examples that I just gave, but to the person who holds that life purpose, it's no laughing matter. It's real and it's true. Oh, yes, it is. It's real and it's true. It's true for them. And nothing and no one shall come between them. Nothing or no one shall come between them and this purpose once they know it to be true. Once they believe it. Once they have that knowing that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I do not care what other people think, because this is what lights me up. This is what makes my heart sing. It's no laughing matter to them. Nothing shall come between them and their life purpose, because they will know that fulfilling that life purpose is what brings them alive and gives them hope and makes their life meaningful. Because if you don't know what's your own truth, if you don't know your own truth, you will miss out on the entire essence of your life. You will exist without truly living. You know, you will function without believing, and you will go through the motions of life without understanding what it's all about. And you will experience the ultimate failure as a human being. And that is an awful, awful thing to live through. You are a gift. You're a gift. If you know how powerful you are, you have the entire universe living inside of you. You are the universe. You are powerful. You're abundance. You are beautiful. You are talented. You are creative. You're a creative genius. You are perfection in your own little way. Don't try to be like someone else. Be your own self. Love who you are. You're a kind, loving soul and a fountain of youth and possibility. You're here on this earth for a brief time, but you can make that time unforgettable. You may be one person, but it is individuals that start the chain of reactions. It is individuals that start the chain of reactions of advancement and betterment and achievement. Yeah, it takes one person. It takes one person to change the world. It is individuals like you that inspire dozens, hundreds, thousands, or even millions of people. And it is individuals that start movements. Yes. It is individuals. You start with one person. Change starts with one person. So be the spark for change and not the excuse. You are good enough. You're not a mistake. The universe does not make mistakes, and you're here for a reason. Every single solitary person that is here for a reason. You have a purpose. You're important. Start saying positive affirmations. I am the best. I am powerful. I am amazing. I am success. I am successful. Everything I touch turns to success. If you can serve, and be of service, if you can make a difference in just one human being's life, and if you can do the work that makes your heart sing, your life will have been worth the living. You're here for a brief time. But if you have the power to leave a legacy, and through that, you will go on living forever. Yeah, for a very long time. Change the sad story that has been playing over and over in your mind, telling you that you're not good enough, telling you that you have nothing to offer, telling you that you're insignificant, telling you that you have, that you're a coward or whatever. Change it. It's not true. That's not who you are. We're all the authors of our life. We have the power of the pen to change our story. We can change our stories. No one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Because the story that has been playing in your mind can empower you or cripple you. The principles that you believe about who you are and what you're worth can make you a winner or a loser. And I am not a loser. I refuse to be a loser. I'm a winner, and so are you. We're all winners. We just don't know that yet. You just have to trust yourself. Start loving yourself. Start believing in yourself. The principles that you believe about who you are and what you are worth and what you are about can make you a winner or a loser, regardless of your circumstances or your place in your life, or your place in life, or your upbringing, or anything else. You can be whatever or whoever you choose to be. So what do you choose to be, a winner or a loser? What do you choose to be? You can only choose one, and only you can choose that for you, not anyone else. No one else can live your life for you. Only you can do that. It's time to remember who you are, not who others have told you. Not who others have told you to be. You are a powerful, infinite being. So stand in your power confidently. My name is Nadine Grace, and thank you for watching. Have a beautiful, positive day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please remember to subscribe so you can be notified when I post new videos. Bye.